And here's the thing: when you take photos, okay, when you take photos, a lot of times, like you're concentrating on that photo, or you don't always get to see. Sometimes the moment gets taken away because of the photo. Okay,
Right.
so so I had to run back to town. Okay, this morning. So I'm going through the different streets because we have a lot going on, which is not complaining, just explaining.
It's the fact.
It is. Okay, so all of a sudden I'm at a stop sign. Okay, now mind you, you're not supposed to have your phone, so I don't have my phone in my hand, but I have my coffee and I have my steering wheel. Okay, all's good. And I see this vision going by. Okay, and
What's
it looks
sign?
okay. I don't even know. Oh, what is that? I don't even know the street. Hang on, I just went blank. But no. Okay, it doesn't matter. That's okay. Go away from that. Okay, it does not. This is the point I'm seeing. Okay. Have you ever seen the Muppet Show and Muppets going down the road? Okay, there is a Jeep and all of the doors are off. These children are all locked in, completely secured, like any good. No, you were all over it. You were mom of the year here. You had them locked and loaded, just like almost like a ride at Holiday World. Okay, and everybody's laughing and giggling, and the wind is blowing, and you're headed to taking these kids to school.
That's right.
And so I don't know how you so did you wake up this morning thinking, okay, I've got the doors off of the Jeep. How did all this come about?
Here's what happened. Here's why.
This in the making.
I'm going to be on. So Sunday was beautiful. And so for Mother's Day, we went on a Jeep ride.
Okay.
And we just didn't put it back together.
Okay.
And there's no rain this week. And the Jeep is my fun vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, we need to put a pause in that because I got to know more detail. Good morning. I do believe we do have Charles Franz with us this morning. Good morning, Charles. Or Chuck, sorry.
Good morning, Becky.
Hey, happy Tuesday to you. And Chuck is actually the vice president of the Cook Group, a beautiful family, actually the parent company of French Lick Resort. And we're so happy to have you with us. And, of course, we love all the great things over there at French Lick and all that you do. We're a big fan of yours, Chuck.
Well, thank you very much. We enjoy being here in southern Indiana, and we enjoy having everybody come visit.
Absolutely. Well, it's absolutely beautiful, and your camp is absolutely gorgeous. But you've got some new things coming up, and let's start with you've got a big job fair coming up, and that'll be on May the 14th.
That's correct. We're looking at a new off-site location, and that is down in Clarksville, Indiana. And so we got a job fair at the Green Tree Mall on May 14th from 11 to 8, 11 in the morning to 8 p.m.
Awesome. And with this and the job fair, of course, you're needing some extra jobs. You need some extra positions because you are opening up some new things at French Lick. You got some exciting news for us.
Well, you're talking about the housing, or are you talking about the new call center and everything that we're looking at down in Clarksville?
Both of them.
Whatever you want to
tell
us.
You've got a lot going on here.
Well, yeah, what we've got going on is the job fair centered around a call center and also a marketing outlet. So we believe, since the pandemic has come and gone and maybe still with it, we've been short, let's say, 5 people in our call center, 5 people maybe in our marketing area. Right. And we believe that down there in the Clarksville office that we can find those folks, hopefully, that want to join the resort. You can do those jobs remotely. You don't have to be at the resort to do those jobs. So, again, that's what the job fair is for. And then here in Orange County, we have another project. That project is we're trying to build 100 workforce housing units. We've got 4 that have been built and sold so far on Abbydale Road.
Love that.
We have broken ground on numbers 5, 6, and 7, so we're well underway there. That again is for workforce attraction, workforce housing, eligible for any of those homes. All you need to be is have a job in Orange County. That's the only requirement. And again, it's to attract talent, whether it be to the resort or to the school systems here in Orange County or any of the other businesses in Orange County.
I love that, Chuck.
Yeah, that is
love
fantastic. That is, oh, that's awesome. And we don't have enough houses and we need housing. So this is wonderful. So how long have you been working on this project and how did this come about?
Well, there was a 2019 study, but we actually got started on it prior to 2019. Just if you look at any rural community, this is not only a project we're taking part in Orange County, but as Cook, we're also getting ready to kick off the same kind of project in Owen County, same kind of number of homes, workforce housing for 100 homes there in Owen County as well. But you're exactly right, any rural community, if you're not increasing your housing and you're not increasing your population or your population in your school systems, and it's just been too long, across, I would say, the United States. Orange County is no different than Washington County. It's no different than Lawrence County or any other place. There just hasn't been enough housing development in our rural communities for a long, long time. Right. The last time a subdivision was built here in Orange County or in the French Lick, West Baden area was 60 years ago.
Oh my goodness!
Wow,
that's that's it's when you hear about it, you're like, what? You know what I mean? How did that happen? How did that not happen? Right?
Yeah. Well, it kind of goes with the growth. If you think about 60 years ago, 1960, you think about most of the housing here in French Lick, West Baden. Most of it was built in the 20s and 30s when the heyday of the resort, was going strong. Yeah. And as you come forward, you think of the businesses that, left the area. Kimball and other places that have moved on to other areas.
Yeah.
So there just wasn't an investment put back in. And again, the resort is just, we need partners. You need the partnerships with the local towns. You need the partnerships with the state. It's not just all us. Everybody's got to buy into it. We kicked it off. And again, we're not interested in making any money on any of the homes. What happens is the revenues from the first homes go right back into the next home. So we're trying to keep them in a price range that is workforce affordable, so that people can have that dream of being in a home in their hometown.
I love this so much. And Chuck, what a blessing and what a way to give back. I'm a big believer when you're giving gifts, and of course gifts of money, but also of I guess ideas and ways of and giving back for sure. This is fantastic. What a great idea. I love this.
Well, it's been 4 years in the making. We're really, really glad to have the first 4 homeowners. Just to give you an example, we couldn't be happier. One of them was a resort employee. One is a Pluto Corporation employee. The other one is Boston International, which is here in French Lick. And the 4th one was a school teacher at Springs Valley. So that's exactly what you want. 4 different, it's not all about the resort. It's about all the businesses here in the local community.
Love that. And I'm glad you brought up Pluto water, right? It wouldn't be a conversation about French Lick if we didn't talk about the Pluto water, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And it's the craziest thing. And Chuck, it's funny because, when the first time I ever had actually a bottle of it, my dad said it's really crazy once you taste it, and then like days later you'll start craving it. And it's really weird because when you first taste it, it's like, oh my goodness, and the smell. But then, like days later, when you get back home, you start kind of craving that. Have you ever heard anybody else say that?
You're braver than I am. I have not.
I'm a thrill seeker there, Chuck, for sure.
And we also put that for boundaries.
Well, well, I'm a huge fan, and of course, I've had the opportunity of doing the spa and getting that wonderful the mineral bath. There's all kinds of great things. That, of course, the Pete Dye golf course up there. I've been there, which is just looks like you're right there with God. I mean, it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. We keep expanding. We keep reinvesting, and it's a typical Cook company. We take the revenues, profits, and we keep reinvesting in our 3,000 acres. We've got a new barn out by the stables that was put up during the pandemic. We've expanded our pool here at French Lick. Just keep creating more things for people to do, because when they come back, they want to see what's new.
Absolutely. Well, and that's a good, keep going, keep moving, and we love that. Keep going forward, and I love this idea. And also, as far as jobs too, even if someone is listening and they have a job, but they would like to, a different career, a different opportunity, this would be a great time to come in and see what all is offered.
Exactly. We've got 1,000 full-time jobs here. We've got, at any given time, 400 to 500 part-time jobs. We employ, even, in the summertime, 16, 17-year-old high school kids. There's a myriad of jobs. I had a meeting yesterday trying to partnership with the schools actually in Washington County and Orange County on career paths. Yes. But with 1,000 jobs, and it covers everything. We need CDL drivers. We have electricians, HVAC people, as well as our hospitality people and culinary. So there's a myriad of opportunities out there for all kinds of folks, and you can go to www.frenchlick.com and look up careers and research those.
I love that. And Prosser does such a great job, with our children and getting them prepared and getting them ready, and if they could go right on into their career field, that would be awesome. I love that you partner, of course, with Washington County too. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the exact affiliation, but what we're trying to do is set up those career paths where, as a 8th grader coming into high school, they can kind of investigate, give them those career paths that they could study while they're in high school, and when they get to be a junior and senior, they actually can get some apprenticeships and applications of what they're studying. And then even further, the other thing we have here at the resort is we have a tuition assistance program for college or secondary education. And depending on the amount of hours you work, you can earn up to $5,200 in a calendar year to apply towards your secondary education.
That's great.
Chuck, what a wonderful, you talk about a hand up, not a handout. You talk about giving back to your community. That's completely giving back and doing, and like as if I needed any more reason to be a big fan.
I'm getting ready to go book a stay right now.
I love it. No, you want to, Autumn, you will. Chuck, you're wonderful. This is some great opportunities. And again, this job fair, and what should, I guess there's more than one job and different types of job that will be available, right?
Yeah, in the Clarksville office, to start off with, it's going to be marketing coordinators and call center agents. We're kind of targeting that office to get it off the ground, and maybe 5, 10, up to 15 people in those positions. But the other thing is we're recruiting in the other areas as well. So maybe you live in Salem, maybe you live in Palmyra. It's only a 35-minute drive over here. If you would like to apply for one of our culinary positions or front of house jobs, we're going to take those applications as well down in Clarksville.
Well, and the drive from Salem to French Lick is absolutely gorgeous drive. And even, in the movie Blue Chips, remember that's the drive that he takes from our area and he's on his way to French Lick. So it's kind of
You're absolutely correct. I try to talk to my friends, and I'm from Clarksville, Indiana, so I try to talk to my friends who might live, in the Knobs or live in Palmyra these days about how it's an easy drive too. You're not fighting the traffic. That's the other thing. If you're driving into Louisville or you're driving into Jeffersonville or Clarksville, you do have that traffic flow, and the drive is easy over here, and it's so scenic in southern Indiana. It's one of the reasons it's attractive to the guests that are coming here.
I agree. Well, and it's a getaway. It's like, and then when you actually step on any of the campus, you feel like it takes you away. You're like in a whole nother years. I mean, like it's just absolutely, it takes you back. You don't even know, where you're at. You have no idea you're in Indiana. It's a total different feel and total different vibe.
You are exactly correct, and many of our guests, echo the very, very same thing when they get here. They're just amazed that two entrepreneurs back in the early 1900s would build these, wonderful, wonderful hotels in the middle of the Hoosier National Forest, and it's a gem that Mr. Cook saw years ago to invest in and restore and save them. Let's keep them going.
I have to agree. Well, and then you offer so many, and what I love too, you make it, you've expanded and you make it so much about family, and I love that too. That not only do you have the casino or whatever for the adults, but you also have all kinds of activities for the family, and that's what I love. And I've sat out there, and made s'mores right there with family, and those are things that we treasure, and those are things that as a family, and when you have children, we're very grateful for this.
Well, it's Southern Indiana Hoosier hospitality, isn't it? That's where we're located. That's what we do.
Yeah.
It's what we try to do every day. Create that experience for whoever's coming here, whatever they're looking for, whether it's a business. Whether it's a golfer, whether it's, just a family looking to get away, or if it's a girls' trip, or whatever it may be, we can work and try to give, activities for all those.
Right. So Dad can take care of the kids at the pool while Mom sneaks away to the spa, right?
That happens a lot.
I've heard of that happening
or vice
before.
versa, as Dad slips away to golf.
Oh, no, that's true,
Yeah,
too. I've heard of that one, too. We have so many options, and, just like if and I know there's a lot of businesses that have their business meetings and have a lot of conferences over there. They do. And then you're golfing. You have a little bit of something for everyone, and you can accommodate. I think anyone can be accommodated for sure over there.
Yeah, the business is just as you described. One of the things we had to do was add on to our event center. We felt we could attract the businesses around the Midwest to come here and have a conference because it is so beautiful here, and you can get away.
Yeah.
From your downtown, even as a business. So about 1/3 of the business is meetings and events. 1/3 of the business is leisure. 1/3 of the business is casino oriented. It's pretty well split that way. So that commands us to be thinking in different ways for different clients. So
yeah, definitely. Well, you've really got some great ideas, and whoever sits around the big round board table and makes these decisions, somebody's really on it and thinking about it. And I think as far as the housing, I'm so proud of you on that. I think that's wonderful, and thinking of families in Orange County, and having that forward thinking. I love this so much, and what a blessing for sure.
Well, thank you. You know, it started with Mr. Cook, and if it doesn't matter where we are in the world, you know, all of our entities, we always engage with the community, give back to the community, work with the community. And I have to tell you, you know, Steve Ferguson, who's, you know, my mentor, I worked with him for 30 years. It was really, you know, his idea on this workforce housing. He's been very, very passionate about it for many, many years. So, you know, to make it come true, you know, so far, so good. I can't wait for the next 4 homes. Hopefully this summer, getting more people in those homes.
Love that. Well, Chuck, I'm going to have to come over, and we're going to have to sit in one of those rocking chairs on the porch and have a big bottle of Kaluta water, okay?
All right, Becky, sounds good.
It's a date, okay? All right, we're going to do this, okay? Chuck, you're wonderful. Keep up the great work. And Vice President of the Cook Group, and which is the parent company of the French Lick Resort. We're very proud of all of having a relationship with the resort. You guys are awesome. And don't forget, we'll keep reminding everyone about the job fair Saturday, May the 14th from 11 to 8 p.m. at the Green Tree Mall.
Thank you for everything you do, Becky.
Thank you. All right, have a beautiful Tuesday, Chuck, okay?
You too.
Thanks, hon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, wonderful. And what a
My
great
heart
opportunity.
smile.
I know. Isn't that awesome?
I love that.
I know. So because you are a lending, okay, how awesome is that? And as far as like, you know, celebrity home loans, I mean, loan from a loan department,
Right.
how awesome is that for you to, I mean, because you do loans in Orange County or all around. I mean,
We do. And I love, like, I actually didn't know they were doing that.
Isn't that-
And so
I know, isn't it
from
awesome?
my viewpoint, it's like, I love that because I know there's not a lot of houses over there.
Yeah.
And that they are doing these for people, for residents of Orange County to just give back to their community. That, you know, our whole goal, we want people to have housing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, it's more than just, oh, I want to close a loan. We want people to be able to have their own housing. We get so many people who are in bad living conditions or who are living with family, or, you know, maybe they're in a place that they're renting that is not the healthiest, and to know that we're in a severe housing shortage anyway.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have enough houses. It's not that these people can't qualify, it's that there's just nothing for them to buy.
Right, exactly.
And then you have this company that is building homes and giving back to the residents in their community.
Yeah.
It makes my heart smile.
Well, and you go back, and I mean, they're successful with the resort. I mean, they could have stayed that.
Right.
But then to say we're going to step out and we're going to do more, and you know,
we're going to give back.
Exactly.
I love that because it's not just housing for our employees. This is housing for anybody in this county who need, you know,
I love this.
You know, if their houses or anything like their resorts and their properties, I know they're done excellently.
The best of the best. Yeah.
You know, like, these are not just little
a
crackers.
new home. Look at that, Autumn. A new home.
It makes me very happy.
It's called new plumbing, new.
Yes.
I mean, right?
And that's exciting.
What a blessing. Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's probably right. There probably hasn't been a subdivision there since 1960.
Wow.
And, you know, to think that we've gone, 60 years?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I love that. That's fantastic news on this terrific Tuesday.
Love that. Yeah. I thought you would. And that also helps you too. So, you know what I mean, as far as your with your job too, because to know that there's more subdivisions being built in Orange County, and of course Celebrity Home Loans is right there. You're anywhere you go all around, north, south, east, and west.
Hey, we are Indiana, Kentucky, Florida, and Illinois.
I'm cracking up. You have the doors off of your Jeep and you will travel.
I will travel, yes. With the wind in my hair on that beautiful scenic route.
So going back to my so thank you, Chuck. Fans, thank you for talking with us. Wonderful morning. All right, so the vision that I'm seeing. Okay, so I have to say, you know, because I'm a fan of the Muppets, you know, and watching everybody buckled in, it looks like a ride actually from Holiday World. Because everybody, I just want to say, for any police officers that are listening, you were strapped in. Everybody was strapped in. No, you were total legal.
We passed the cop on the fairgrounds, so
there you go. You were totally, but to see everybody and see everybody going, and the laughs and the smiles, that was that was contagious. Watching this, I thought this is almost like a little party wagon going down the road here. You know what I mean? So so as soon as I saw it, and then I saw it go by, I thought Autumn Scott Hall, and then I'm watching you, and I can't stop. At the stop sign, I stayed longer because I had to watch you leave. I had to watch your exit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And what a grand exit you made.
You know,
and on to school. The kids tucked and rolled out of the.
It's actually nice because they don't have to worry about the doors.
No.
Like Max is just like, oh yeah, there's no door, and he just goes.
Like,
it's like, but I have to be careful because there are no doors. You can't tuck and roll.
Yeah.
Like it's like don't unbuckle yet. You know, like wait until I don't need you falling out of the Jeep.
I love that. So the decision, the behind that scenes was the doors were off on Mother's Day, and you just kept them off. So
yeah, because they're heavy.
So then did you wake up this morning, or have you done this?
We're taking the Jeep all week.
Okay, I just wondered because I really next time, because I've got the visual now in my head and it's stuck. I mean it is what do you call it, ingrained?
Yes, it's ingrained in your brain.
Yeah. So I've got that. Now I'm ready for the photo, and so I'll have to. Catch you another time and try to
we will be taking the Jeep all week.
That is
there's no rain supposedly.
No.
But the doors on top are heavy.
They're really hard on vehicles.
So you know we really have to think if we are going to completely break it down because it's heavy.
Could you tell a difference in the mood of the children, of your kids?
Yeah, they hate the Jeep. Yeah, they do. They don't like being that close together.
Oh.
And so when we bought the Jeep,
that's surprising. They were all smiling. They were smiles, so they hate it, but they smile.
They hate being together. I don't know. I think maybe you were imagining the smile.
No, I saw little smiles.
I saw like 5 times. Quit touching me. You're in my space.
Okay, no, I didn't hear any of that. Thank goodness. No, I saw smiles and I saw wind blowing. Blowing his smile.
I crack up. Justin and I, this is the type
I hope Justin got to see this. I hope your husband got to see this.
Well, hopefully this is...
I hope the neighborhood got to see this.
This is the type of parents we are.
I hope Salem got to see this.
We sit there and we laugh when our kids complain.
Okay.
It's a joy for us to know our kids are... But when we bought the Jeep, I was very adamant. I don't want any bells and whistles.
Okay.
This is a fun vehicle. Yeah. I do kind of wish now I had the backup camera, but... Everything's manual. I don't even have the Sirius XM. Yeah, it's all it's all plain. It's all just plain. And so when you go from our van.
Okay, I gotta get myself together.
Okay, we have a van and it has Wi-Fi and a TV.
Yeah, that's your spoil.
The heated seats and the kids can control their own
environment.
Yes, and so you go they even have phone chargers in the back for them.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. But you go from that where they all have their space to the Jeep where all 3 and my kids are not small kids. I have big kids. They're big.
Have you seen their daddy's shoulders?
But and they're all smushed in this back seat together. And there's a lot of touching, and there's no Wi-Fi, and there's no they can't even hear the radio. And
the crazy!
And we just laugh.
Yeah,
and we just laugh, and
it's just
So they.
Well, they were actually. I do want to say that I saw smiles, and I saw.
Well, I think they think they're cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they were cool. That was very cool. Yeah, very cool. So. I just had to get that out, the vision. But speaking of the backup camera, I've never had a backup camera, okay? And I've never had, but I have a backup camera now. So for whatever reason, it's so funny, and I know my husband's going to call me on this, but for whatever reason, he still thinks he needs to help me back up. I have a camera club. So I'm in my back. So this happened to me this morning. So I'm backing out, and I see him in my back.
Motioning me. I need Justin to do that in the Jeep though, so I can't say anything.
I'm thinking I have a backup camera.
Yeah.
There's nothing behind me. You know what I mean?
Does he know? Does he drive your vehicle a lot? Maybe he forgets.
No, he knows.
Okay, well, I'm
trying.
trying.
It's a part of how it's the job security.
It is.
He doesn't want to leave the job security. I know the assignment. I know my job security. Yes, she has a backup camera, but she doesn't. But it's important that I'm there. And she said the last person she sees is my face in the backup camera. No,
I love
I'm
that.
sure of that. He did not say that, so I'm seeing him with my backup camera, which I'm thinking, really? But you know what? That's okay.
It is.
That's okay. Which then I start laughing so hard, and then I'm tearing laughing. So then I can't see in my backup.
And he's like, "This is why Becky needs me."
To me, yeah, I need that. Yeah.
That's
I mean, instead of looking, okay, there's two ways to look at it. There's always ways to play it. There's always ways to look at it. I could look at it as he doesn't trust me. He doesn't think my ability to back up. Okay, but that's not the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I look at it as job security. The man knows. He knows the assignment. It's important. And I
hey, listen.
Would an airplane, would a person that flags down an airplane, would they leave them?
No, they wouldn't.
They follow them out. They follow them through. That's what I was getting. I was actually getting the wonderful royal treatment, right?
That's right. Seeing you off with a salute and a wave, maybe a kiss. Can't see my hand motions here.
I was trying to think, what's the bon voyage?
Bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
Oh, Becky.
So yeah,
I don't even know how we still have coffee club
I
sponsors,
don't
but we
either.
do.
Oh,
so
yes,
thank you to our coffee club sponsors of Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates and Mindy Gunn, and Fox Pearly Wealth Management.
yes,
It is true.
yes, very good. Very
Speaking of sponsors,
yes.
You and I both sponsor a baseball team.
Yeah, absolutely. The Wslm.
And we played yesterday.
Oh,
So
I had a school board meeting. I could not go.
Yes.
I would have been there. How'd we do?
I'll tell you.
Did we do good?
I will tell you, I will go on record to say this, and I'm okay with it. Now we have played all games.
Uh-huh.
We've played all teams. I do feel like maybe WSLM is probably one of the better teams in the league. It's true.
It's that power of the tower.
Maybe. I love that. So we played yesterday, and in 8U, by the way, their team, excellent coaches.
Oh, our team. Oh,
yes,
yeah, we
know. I'm my team's coach along with my friend Alicia. We're not excellent.
No,
coaches.
you're good. You're good. You're great.
Becky, we're really not.
No, you're good. Go ahead. But we do have good coaches.
You guys have great coaches. You have Devin Maynard and
yes,
Aaron Fordyce and
Yes.
Ben Bowers, excellent coaches.
no, those are three pillars. I mean,
yes.
what a blessing. I mean, you talk about having.
And
they're
I
wonderful.
love that
And they work great together.
Yeah, and they coach their kids, but they
Uh-huh.
also encourage them, but they hold them accountable, and I love that.
Yes, they do.
I have learned a lot over the last couple of weeks. So we play 5 innings. I will tell you this, though. I was so proud of my kids.
Oh.
We entered in, and we were the home team yesterday, so we always bat last in the inning. We entered into the 5th inning, Becky, 2-18.
Okay.
My team had 2. Yours had 18. 2-18. We ended the inning 14-18.
Oh.
Yay. I think every single one of my kids hit the ball and got on. And I don't know, maybe your team was letting us. I don't know.
Well, you know what? We won't talk about that because, good.
But
good.
I don't know because they're at the end. Devin was kind of like, guys, we got to get it out. Get these kids out. So my kids really rallied back. We still lost.
Yeah.
I was so proud because in the 5th inning, last inning, there's no run limit. Like you have run limits every inning.
Uh-huh.
Last inning, you don't.
Right.
And so we came back 14-18. And I was so proud of my kids. Like, I don't even care that we lost the game.
Yeah.
I was just so proud that all my kids hit the ball. And that's important to me because I'm the pitcher.
Well, yeah, no.
I didn't get hit.
Right. There you
So
go. That's
I
good.
didn't get hit this time.
The black eye. Yeah.
So proud of them, though.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm
super proud.
Since the kids are in school, a lot of times they will kind of back off a little. You know what I'm saying on that because they do. But you're totally right. And the coaches and you two. You are a good coach, and a good coach is someone that's trying, and you have to have that nice little, I guess you have to have that, balance of being able to get your point to help them learn because this is learning. I heard one coach, and he was from another team the other day, and he was talking to a mom, and I guess for some reason they didn't have they didn't have it bad, I guess, or something. I
Okay.
didn't want, it wasn't my conversation, but I was overhearing it. And the coach was so cool. He was just take a broom handle, take what you have, and just start hitting what you can.
Right.
And I thought, that's what baseball, there you go.
Yes.
That's the backyard baseball. You know what I mean? Right.
Mhm.
This is getting back to the basics. And when he was telling this, I was just like, oh my gosh, that's brilliant. You know what I mean? Because just do what you can do to get him to learn that swing.
Yeah.
And I was so,
well,
it was a different team, but I was so proud of it.
I love our kids.
Yeah.
And when I say I'm not a good coach, I don't know anything. Like baseball is a sport I don't know anything about.
But you're learning.
But I'm
And you're
learning.
trying, Autumn.
And so I tell my parents, we've had a couple people complain, and not my parents, but I've heard some complaints and it's like, listen, come fill out a background check and come help us.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Hey, we are not beyond needing help.
No, absolutely.
But I was just so proud of them.
You should
Like we rallied back 14
Good.
to 18.
Good.
And I don't think
it
wasn't a give me. It really wasn't a give me. Like my kids rallied back, and
then you know your truth.
But I think that's part.
You know your
It
truth.
is the truth. But that's part of it too, though, because I think that's important. I tell the kids, hey, we still lost, but you never gave up.
Well, and when you improve, that's what I love. You know what I mean? From the beginning to the end of the game, you improve.
Yeah.
Look how much you jumped up.
And I think that's important. You got to be proud of what you do.
Absolutely.
So
yeah, look at what you do have and say what you don't have.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's okay. That's good. Well, I'm glad. I love that. I love that so much, and I'm sad that I missed that game. I wouldn't have missed the game, but we did have a very valuable school board meeting, which we gave a lot of Lion Awards, a lot of great.
I saw that.
It was a lot of great kids and a lot of great activities going on and stuff. So so definitely.
I was looking at that this morning.
Yeah, very valuable for sure. But anyway, I'm very proud of the WSLM team. They got the little weather bird on their shirt. Oh my goodness,
it is cute.
Yeah. So and they're like they told me, they said they want to visit from the weather bird. So the weather bird's gonna have to make an appearance. So we're gonna have to get up there and So and saunter around. The weather bird used to throw out the first pitch. Yeah.
Well, I would let the weather bird come in. I will be honest. I hate pitching to my own kid. Like, it makes me extremely nervous. Yeah, it does.
Pitching's hard anyway. Yeah,
it is. Yeah. And I'm thankful the rules say I can pitch, however, because I have had some backlash on I underhand.
I know.
But I try to overhand and I hit the kids.
Yeah.
So
it's safer for the kids.
I mean, really.
Yeah, we had
their safety is more important.
Too much damage control. Ask her, please do not.
Well, in the 8U, they don't get to walk if you hit them. So.
Okay, well, so we're gonna do.
So I'm like, I have to do underhanded, or else your kid's gonna get hit with a ball.
If you remember, I mean, at the beginning of ball season, they were asking for volunteers.
Yes.
So you stepped up, Autumn. I mean, no, I mean, really, I mean, you do. I mean, we were talking about you the other day. I hope your ears were burning.
I was actually listening as Camissa
was talking about how, I mean, like you're really, you really don't have a night where you don't do anything. You know what I mean? You really stay pretty active with your kids and stuff. And that's a lot. I mean,
I will be honest. I just got a text. I thought Nick had a dentist appointment tomorrow. It's actually today at 10:30. We won't be making that.
Okay.
I'm sorry. That distracted me.
Yeah.
So yes, every night this week, I'm somewhere. Double games.
Yeah.
All week.
Yeah. So that's a lot to keep up with and a lot to do, and not to mention trying to, work and
miss my kids' appointments.
Dentist appointments, to making supper meals, trying to get baths in bed, and
it's hard.
It is a lot.
But I tell myself, at least we're together.
Absolutely.
And it's short lived.
Yeah.
And
well, they're gonna remember that, and that's something. My mom has passed, but she was a 4-H leader, Girl Scout leader. I'm saying, and I'll never forget how active she was.
Yeah.
The time that, and of course she worked here too, so she had a lot going on, full plate, and then not to mention supper, baths, homework, everything that you have to do.
You have to feed them and bathe them. And
there's something about that food. They think family, you have to feed them.
Well, I will say, Nicholas, so my kids have, this is not medically, but I think they have like low blood sugar. So if they don't eat, they're like walking Snickers commercials. It's awful.
Yeah.
So Nick made the comment yesterday, hey, I haven't cried today, because he actually shouldn't be T-ball, and I bumped him up. So, he's the youngest kid on that team, but he's like, hey, I haven't cried today.
I love that.
And then, Alicia was like, well, that's good. Well, I love that you're getting older and you're learning and you're doing great. And he goes, no, my mom just fed me before I came.
Oh my gosh, I feel better that I feel better that I've.
So I was like, okay, well.
Make sure you feed them before they come. But some of them little ones are so little.
They
I mean,
are.
some of them are so little. Some of them look like they were just born in the dugout and they're coming out. When they come out.
I've never had that problem. I mean, all my kids come out walking. But
but
yes, there are some that it's like, you're a baby.
I know.
I feel that way. Actually, I felt that way about wrestling season.
Oh.
Like you get there and
little bit
these middle schoolers that, the year before it's like, oh, you're the big kid. And then you bump up. And I feel that way too about high school. Like when they go from that 8th grade year to that freshman year.
Big growth.
It's like, oh, you're a baby. You're just a little bitty freshman baby. And
you're newborn.
So
they don't want to be told that. But
but that's how you feel. Like
I
when my son was wrestling on the 6th grade team, it's like, oh, you look like a little baby out here with all of these older.
Can I rock you?
Like, what are you doing? Why are you out here?
I know. But then when they hit, like, it's amazing the growth.
Yeah.
And then when they hit their senior year, or like, when they get out of school, it's like, whoa, what happened here? We had a big growth spurt.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And everybody grows different. You know what I mean?
They do.
So it's just cool. It's just, I love it. I love every bit of it and watching them all. They're just,
it goes by fast.
And that's
way too fast. If I could tell anybody anything, not that I've only been a parent for 11 years, so I know there are people out there that have, but it's like, man, and I tell this to people, the days are long, but the years are so short.
So true.
And that is something like dreading this week, dreading it. I'm already tired for this week. I'm done.
I know.
But at the same time, it's like, man, it's not gonna last forever.
No.
And I'm gonna miss it.
In Autumn, I did this too. I stayed involved with my girls, and I have no regrets. There's nothing I regret, and I'm so thankful that I was very involved. And there wasn't a field trip one that I didn't hardly miss. You know what I'm saying? And we always had great times on the field trips. When volunteering and those are great opportunities for sure. So.
Well, and I feel like to a degree, that's my job is to make sure you're a productive member of society.
That's right.
We're
making
involved.
Good citizens.
Yeah. And I have had to learn that there have been a couple situations that Max has voiced to me that I'm like, you know what, I really have to consider that because you've proven to me I can trust your judgment. And so if you're expressing concern or, something you don't want to do, that I have to honor that because I know I can trust you.
But when they do any activity, and I don't care what your activity is, or just some kind of involvement in it, a group, a club, they learn so much because you learn all the different personalities. Mm-hmm. You learn how to work together as a group. You learn that there's going to be those that are different personalities, but you got to figure out how to
adapt.
Cope and adapt. Yeah. So that's part of society. That's part of the community. You know what I mean? You're going to have. But the main thing is that everybody's got everybody's moving together and making it better for all concerned.
Yes. Well, that's why we sat our boys down yesterday before the game because we've had a little friction just as they're learning that they're young. So not only are they learning the game, but they're also learning how to mesh with all these different personalities and this, So we had to sit them down. We're like, guys, we're on the same team.
Yeah.
We have the same goal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you got to work together.
Absolutely.
And if you're mad at somebody because they spilled your water or they grabbed your hat, or you got to let that go and you still got to play. Yeah. And like, that's something, they're learning the sport, but they're learning those skills too. Right. And I think sometimes that gets overlooked that, we want to win. Well, and I've made this comment. I don't care if we win. I really don't. There are no college recruits in the stands. I don't care.
Nobody's signing a contract.
I don't want to lose 2-18.
Yeah.
But I don't care if we win per se.
Right.
I want you to play.
Yeah.
And if that means that I have to change positions, you will, I want you to have fun.
Yeah. There you go.
I want you to have fun. You're 8 years old. You're 6 years old. You need to have fun.
Yeah.
I want you to learn.
Well, that's what you want because you don't want them to have a bad experience.
No.
And then, to say, I don't want to do it, right?
And then I don't want you to have a good attitude or a bad attitude.
Right, yeah.
So that, I like to win. Winning is fun.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But you can lose and have fun
Absolutely.
if you have a good attitude.
I love that. Very good.
And so that's Autumn's sports rules.
There you go.
I mean,
I love that. Well, and then this right here is like their first start, a lot of
Yeah.
it. And with that, you want them to have that good experience, you know, meaning you want them to understand this and understand there's much more to this
yes.
picture than, you know, and, you know, you can use the Avengers when they say assemble, everybody working together. Go
Yeah.
to Gladiator, everybody working together. I mean, you have different.
You have to learn how.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, I like that we keep score. I do appreciate that. Most
So you
times.
have an idea, of how you're doing. Like you said, you had
Yeah.
your comeback. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you
we
went
had a
from-
good comeback.
Yeah.
In soccer, they don't really keep score. I do. I let my kids know if we win or lose because I think, again, you've got to learn how to lose with grace and, you know, but ultimately have fun and learn.
Yeah.
Please.
Exactly.
That's life. That's life.
There
That's a
you go.
life lesson.
There you go. There you go.
Anyway,
All right, today is the 10th day of May. Today is Clean Up Your Room Day.
Oh, can you please post that so I can let my kids know?
There you go. Clean up your room.
I need to start like
so when they don't clean up their room, do you just shut the door?
no, our kids clean a room.
Okay, that's awesome.
Like
That's right.
they have to clean their room. Now,
Yeah.
how long does it stay clean? Not very long.
No, it's really crazy. But think about any room you clean.
Yeah,
You clean the house, you clean your room, and in seconds it can be changed.
absolutely. My thing is, let's build healthy habits. Like I'm not over the top. I don't care if your bed's made.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, but you have a laundry basket. I do not want to see dirty clothes on your floor. I mean,
This goes
that's
the
my
basket,
big
yeah.
thing. Put
Yeah.
your dirty clothes in the basket.
yeah. There's somehow that it gets lost in that middle part.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and then
There's something between.
I have told my kids, and this is a love and logic. Yeah, when your room's a mess, I can't go in there. And if I don't go in there, that means you don't get tucked in. That means I can't help
yeah.
it. You know, like your messy room is your space, but your messy room affects my peace. And if you want me in there, it's got to be at least clean where I can walk.
Yeah, we need a path.
Yeah. And so, but at the end of the day, I don't really care because it's not my room.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a fight.
Yeah.
It's not a battle I fight. It
No,
really
you
is.
got to pick your battles. Absolutely. All right, National Shrimp Day. I know you don't like shrimp.
I do not
But
like
I
shrimp.
do. So can I have your portion, please?
Absolutely.
Can I have your portion?
I keep telling myself one day I'm going to try shrimp scampi.
Oh, it's so good, and that's exactly what it shows.
Does it?
Oh, yeah, National Shrimp. I can eat shrimp.
Yeah.
I know everything there is to know about shrimp.
Okay, Bubba Gum.
I'm glad you got that reference. See, I'm so proud of you. I am rubbing off on you.
Listen,
I am rubbing off on you.
Pause.
Don't tell me you're not becoming.
Saturday, I watched 3 movies Saturday.
I'm so proud of you.
I watched Iron Man,
Oh,
Iron Man 2,
Oh,
and Captain Marvel.
whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, now I am so proud of
3
you.
movies
Look
in
at
one
you
day.
out of Scott Hall.
Yeah.
I am. Oh, Grasshopper has taught you.
Yes,
I am
I'm learning.
so proud of you.
And I actually know that this is Captain Marvel
You do.
because I saw the movie this weekend.
I'm so proud.
I'm only like 10 years late,
Do you
but that's
not
okay.
just love Iron Man? Is he not
Yeah, he's okay. He eats
He's
a lot, and that cracks me
the
up.
cheeseburger?
I like
burger?
Robert Downey Jr. though.
Well, yeah.
Like,
how
I
could
do
you
like
not?
him.
Yeah.
And I started watching this series because I get onto those. I read more than I watch.
Oh, and I do love that. I do love
But,
that about you.
You know, they had all these Marvel memes.
Yeah.
And it's like, some of them I got, some of them I didn't. But then, like, all of the back, whatever, the information that you didn't know, like, one of the things about Iron Man is Robert Downey Jr. always snacks. And so they just wrote that into the movies because they were tired of, like, food just coming out of these random places. So they wrote it into the movie.
Love that.
Yeah. That's
love.
just who he is.
Yeah.
And, like, there was one when he was interviewed about, hey, how do you feel about playing Iron Man? He's like, womanizing billionaire genius? Like, why is that even in my regular life?
Oh,
Like,
my goodness.
So,
That's great. That's good.
you know.
That's good. I love that. Well, I'm so
Anyway.
glad you watched. I'm so proud of you.
I
That
did.
is just like, so now when I make reference to it,
I-
because I always have to, I have like a little bit of a seconds before believe it or not, this brain does give a few seconds before the mouth. Sometimes it does not.
Yeah,
Believe me,
well-
sometimes there's open mouth, insert foot, and chew vigorously. But the brain hesitates because I'm thinking she won't get it.
Yeah.
Won't get now. Okay.
Yeah.
Game on.
Kinley has asked me every night since then, can we watch Thor? Because that's next. I'm going through the list.
Oh yeah, I love her.
And I have seen Thor.
Yeah.
But it's like, I didn't watch the Captain America one because I had seen it.
Mhm.
And now I'm sitting here thinking,
Yeah.
probably should have rewatched it.
Yeah.
So we are going to rewatch Thor, but we have games all week. So
Oh, I love
maybe
that.
Friday night.
Yeah, that's fun though. Yeah,
So.
good. All right, wonderful. All right. National Shrimp Day, National Small Business Day. Here we go. This is our day.
Hey, I'm a
This is
small
it.
business.
I am too, absolutely, and we do all we can do, and keep it going,
Yeah.
right?
Try to go give back where you can.
We do, definitely. Okay. Let's see. Trust your intuition day.
I believe that should be every day.
I know, but don't you feel sometimes it gets cloudy?
Well, I think if you don't keep your emotions in check,
Yeah.
your emotions, I tell my kids all the time, your emotions lie.
Yeah.
Your emotions are there, they're important, but you can't trust them because they will clog your intuition.
Yeah, and just like, let's say your intuition is something, or something will catch your eye, or something will distract you into something else. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Make it, and then you realize, ooh, I should have trusted my intuition.
Should have went with my gut.
Should have went with my gut. Exactly.
Yeah.
We say that all the time, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, and really, honestly, if we can be in tune with our bodies and know that, instead of being influenced by something else.
Yeah.
That's what I guess I'm trying to say. Yeah.
Yep.
So trust your gut.
I think that should be every day.
I agree. All right. Let's see here. World Lupus Day.
Well, yeah. I think they are learning more and more about lupus. It's a horrible thing to have.
Yeah, and I just hope they just keep striving.
Yeah, because it's kind of one of those conditions that you don't always see.
Yeah.
So like you can look at somebody with lupus and they look okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah. Food Allergy Awareness Week. Well, that's something you have to really be,
Yes.
And it's amazing. One time the girls had a student or a classmate that was allergic to peanuts, and I brought in ice cream, but I didn't bring it in. But I was reading,
right,
and it had been made like around peanuts,
right?
Ice cream. I was thinking, what?
Yeah.
It's amazing for any parent or any grandparent or anybody that has to watch that. That's a lot,
man. We had COVID messed up Nick, and there for a while he had some food aversions.
Okay.
And for a little bit we thought, well, it's gluten. He can't have gluten.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was hard.
It's very, yeah.
I mean, like, so kids that have allergies and multiple allergies, it's hard.
Yeah, and for the person preparing the food.
Yes.
Or or what the kitchen that it's prepared in, or
Mm-hmm.
and that's so difficult, And
if you don't have that, you don't realize it.
No. But having the student in her class really brought awareness to me. I realized how difficult for the moms, trying to figure this out. And
I will never forget when Max was in school, he had a little girl in his class and she has a celiac or I don't know, she couldn't do anything gluten. And snack time, you have parents that do snacks, and that was always hard. And I remember I would always send in cheese sticks and like applesauce because I knew she could have that.
Yeah.
And I saw her mom at McDonald's one day and we were talking, and she's like, I just want to say thank you for always making sure to include her.
Yeah.
And not that parents don't, because
Yeah.
I get the other end too, to where it's like, oh, you have snacks today, let me grab a box of this or but it's, and I don't do that anymore because I'm busy. But like first kid, only kid, like we could do that. Yeah. But you don't think about that. It is hard,
right?
Right.
And I saw where a mom, her little girl was going to a birthday party, and she was, she had to have gluten free.
Mm-hmm.
So her mom would pack her own cake,
Stuff.
Yeah, so that she could eat with the others.
Yeah.
And I thought that was, and it was real subtle the way she just did it. Not anyone really know. Kids, when you're sitting around a table eating cake, everybody's wild and crazy.
Right.
So there she was eating her.
Well, and there's been a couple times, like for birthdays, I'd send stuff in. And so I would buy like a pack of gluten-free cookies or gluten-free cupcakes or something so that she could be included too. But it's expensive.
Yeah. Oh, when they put labels like that, it's just like when you put in word like antique or put what's the one word that everybody uses, like means like older. Anytime you put something vintage. Anytime these words are used, add another zero behind it.
Yeah, but that's what the free stuff is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And you think about the families that have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot for them.
It is.
You know? So
So have a little grace for people.
Yeah,
that's what I say. Be
Absolutely.
kind.
Be kind. I love that for sure.
Be kind.
So did you have a wonderful Mother's Day? Okay. All right.
It was a day.
Okay.
It was a day.
Well, I will say that I had a wonderful Mother's Day.
Your pictures were beautiful.
Yeah, we had a good time. We had it was honestly simplicity.
Yeah.
And which, my goodness, simplicity just, I'm a huge fan of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just love
Especially
that.
when you're running.
It just, yes. We had a busy weekend like everybody.
Yeah.
And just simplicity and just, it was just a good, I loved it. And then you roll back 3 or 4 years ago, and we had actually probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I had a Mother's Day that was just the ultimate in, I couldn't have wrote it and made it worse. It was just, we were supposed to go to the zoo, and note to self, it's packed on Mother's Day. Okay? This has been, I couldn't talk about it. This is the first time I've ever talked about it on the air. Okay. So that's how dramatic it was. Okay. So we had a little bit of and I'm not going to name names, but there was a little bit of an incident in one of the gifts, and it was taken the wrong way. Okay. So just know that I won't go into detail there. Okay. I'm trying to spare everybody involved. Okay. He's trying to.
It was just a bad day.
Okay. It was kind of a crazy, not bad, just a little bit. Okay. That morning. Okay. So, all right. So we're thinking we're gonna get to the zoo and have a good time. Well, first of all, we, been eating out on the way.
Yes.
Okay. And not good. It's packed. No good. So we just go to a little, not my favorite fast food, and I'm eating just.
Sometimes. Yeah, I get it.
It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we get to the zoo and can't find parking. Okay. So they're parking you. Well, the guy said park over here. Okay. So there's a lot, park there. Okay. So I'm like, okay. So we park and we go to the zoo, and all's good. It's very packed, but it's good. You know what I mean? It's kind of hot. The animals are like, we're not about that, but No, I mean,
I know.
No,
and that's the thing.
You know what? They're
you can't make them do things.
And they're not going to. You know what I mean? If it's warm, and I'm sorry, it's your Mother's Day, but
Yeah,
I ain't coming out.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, Mr. Lion, I ain't roaring for you today.
I'm staying in the shade.
That's right. So anyway, so that was good. Well, so we go to leave, and as we're walking back to the parking lot, I see our vehicle being towed off. Yeah. So I'm like screaming, no, and the driver said, I can't, I've got it on my truck, and off he goes. Yeah. It was horrible, Autumn. Yeah. So the parking lot that we had parked in was not,
it's not the zoo parking lot.
No.
Did the zoo pay for it?
No, that's whole nother thing. Wouldn't even, respond to that. I just wanted to know why I was told to go there, but we're not gonna, whatever.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm glad this Mother's Day was better.
Yeah. So anyway, so what I've learned with my group, you know what I mean, and what we do good. Just ourselves. We do good with ourselves. Just enjoying each other because we're all nuts, and just simplicity.
Well, I didn't have a bad Mother's Day. It wasn't bad. Mm-hmm. It was just a day, and that was nice. We did go for a Jeep drive. We ended up at Polyfreeze in Georgetown, or wherever Polyfreeze is. I want to say Georgetown, but I think it's Edwardsville.
Is that like milkshakes and stuff?
It is an ice cream place. Ooh. Super busy.
What'd you get?
I actually got a lemon curd ice cream. Lemon is my favorite, and I cannot find it. So that was exciting.
I've never even heard they even had that.
I love lemon ice cream.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah.
I've never seen lemon ice cream that I know of.
Yeah, well, if you get a real good lemon ice cream, it's delicious and it's fabulous. And so I highlighted that was so exciting to me.
Well, definitely.
So I got lemon, but it came out and it wasn't soft serve. It was, it was soft served. It wasn't hand dipped.
Okay.
And so the only bad thing about that, it was artificially flavored, and you could kind of tell. But you know
you
what?
are not about that.
I was
You like
no,
the
I was
natural.
actually so excited though that I didn't even care.
Good.
So, but if you can find a good lemon curd hand dip, that's the best ice cream.
Is that like the Dole Whip? Is it kind of Dole Whip? You know the Dole
I
Whip?
never had a Dole Whip. I don't know.
Okay. I'm just thinking it's kind of a lighter. It's more of a.
Oh no, it's ice cream. It's just lemon flavored.
Oh.
I like lemon.
Yeah, I do too.
So,
I do too, yeah.
I mean, so that's nothing major, nothing. And then we came home and Justin grilled out. We ate dinner at like 8 o'clock.
Isn't that wonderful? No, that's great. Good.
But I didn't. Nothing major, and it was nice.
Yeah.
Except my
Because you've
kids
been on the go.
fought.
Well, that's gonna happen.
I'm like, that's all I want is you guys to get along. And like, I think 4 times Justin was like, your mom just wanted one thing today.
Oh, I think every dad says that. I think if you had a dime for every dad that said that on Mother's Day, could you not give your mother just one little bit a day?
One day.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think it's gonna happen. But
it was good.
Good. I'm glad that. And we had actually one of our desserts was a lemon blueberry cheesecake.
Yes. Lemon and blueberry is fabulous.
I'm telling you what, Autumn. Yeah, it was dangerous. It was so good. Yeah. But I'm glad. I'm happy Mother's Day, belated Mother's Day.
Mother's Day to you. I did see your pictures. They were beautiful.
Yeah, it was good. Simplicity, and I'm glad with you got to take a Jeep ride.
We did.
Have some ice cream and had a good time. Yeah, good. All right, we got to get out of here.
We do. Coffee Club sponsors Walmart, Meadowview Healthcare, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, and Dr. Mindy Gunn, Fox Pearly Wealth Management. Happy Tuesday.
Yes, happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you, Autumn Scott Hall.
Hey, thank you. Have a great day.
Thursday, and you'll be in uniform with Celebrity Home Loans.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye.
You're free to skip.
It was 1994 and radio was such a bore. Every station that you heard sounded so late. Then came